It is NFL season again, preseason NFL season, but football games nonetheless. And there are fantasy contests over at PrizePicks.com. If you guys are new to PrizePicks, head on over to the site. Use the promo code Awesemo when you make your first deposit. Get up to a $100 bonus on that first deposit. If you're new to PrizePicks and want to know what the scoring is, we have it right up here on the screen now. It's full point PPR. It's pretty similar to scoring that they have over at DraftKings. We actually do have free projections for it over on Awesemo.com. The only difference between this scoring and the DraftKings scoring is that there's going to be no receiving, rushing, or passing yard bonuses, although it's generally not an issue because we don't see guys hit those kind of marks in preseason games anyway. The first player I'm looking at here is Kalen Ballage for over 3.4 fantasy points. Now, one thing you'll notice if you look at the players here, all of them pretty low over-under point totals. The reason being it's preseason games. We don't know how much guys are going to play. Even if they are on the field, we don't think most of them are going to be on the field all that often. But one thing that stands out to me if you look at the free projections we have over at Awesemo.com today is that we do have Kalen Ballage to lead all of the Steelers skill position players in fantasy points. So we're expecting him to get the bulk of the carries at running back. We have him projected for 8.57 fantasy points. So that's quite a bit over the number that he has here on PrizePicks. It makes him one of the more confident plays I have of the day. The next player I'm looking at is Dwayne Haskins for under 6.2 fantasy points. Haskins, a failed first-round pick, still some time to recover his career, but hasn't gone well to this point. He does have the highest fantasy point projection of any player on PrizePicks today, and the main reason that I like the under and the reason we have him projected for the under in our projections today is just because we are expecting three quarterbacks to play for Pittsburgh today. In addition to Haskins, Joshua Dobbs and Mason Rudolph are both expected to get snaps, and that is going to cut into the upside of Haskins and also brings a lot of risk to the table, makes him a little more likely to go under than over. The final player I'm looking at is Anthony McFarland for under 4.2 fantasy points. And one thing that's nice about including him in the same lineup as Kalen Ballage is there's a correlation here. If Kalen Ballage is going to be the lead ball carrier for the Steelers, that means that McFarland's going to get less touches and is going to play a little bit less of a role. So we currently have Ballage to be the number one back in terms of the guy who's going to play the most today for Pittsburgh. That also takes away from Anthony McFarland. So Anthony McFarland under, that's going to correlate nice with the over for Kalen Ballage. So to summarize the three players that I was looking at today over on PrizePicks, it is Kalen Ballage for over 3.4 fantasy points, Anthony McFarland for under 4.2. I like the correlation of those two together in the same lineup. And then Dwayne Haskins for under 6.2 fantasy points. If you guys are new to PrizePicks, head on over to the site. Use the promo code Awesemo when you make your first deposit. Get up to a $100 deposit match. And there's a couple different ways that you could play these players here. One of the ways is with a flex play where you only need to hit 2 out of the 3. If you hit 2 out of the 3 in the flex, you get 1.25x your buy-in. But still, if you get all 3, then you get 2.25x your buy-in. And also, if you're really confident in all 3 of your plays for today, you can do a power play, hit on all 3, and you get 5x your buy-in back.